Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and this is your 2024 February monthly overall reading. We're going to look at what is unfolding for your month of February and see what kind of energies, what kind of messages are coming your way, and what sort of story is unfolding itself for you. We are going to use a variety of oracle decks as well as 2 tarot decks to do a full Celtic cross with clarifiers on every card. So let's go ahead and get started. I am also an astrologer for those of you who have not been with my channel before or for very long, so I will be adding plenty of astrological advice through this reading as well. So let's start out with your main energy, main focus. Spirit, let's see what we have for Aquarius, February 2024. And we have self-worth going on here, Aquarius. And I love the tiger symbology because in the Chinese lunar zodiac, the tiger is is aligned with Aquarius in the Western signs. So whenever you maybe hear somebody born in the year or hour of the tiger, or has tiger influence in their lunar chart, that really gives them a little bit of that Aquarius, influence. It really is very an independent sign, likes to do their own thing, doesn't mind standing out, right? And it says, you have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. So this is a beautiful card of self-worth, reminding yourself of who you are, not being afraid to, again, shine and be your true self. So I really feel like that's a card that's saying, Aquarius, this is a month where you are meant to shine. This is your season. And also a big happy birthday to all the Aquarians out there that are being born in February. And if your birthday was already in January, happy birthday to you as well. So next, let's get into some numerology and let's see what special number comes up for your month. Wow, and look at that. We have manifestation with the number 8, and I personally love number 8s. That is actually my life year. So this is really a time when the things you've been working on, the things you've been putting your mind to, maybe for a long time, Aquarius, are starting to come into a sense of being real, being manifest, things being, brought to fruition. So definitely a great month. If you haven't, already set out on a path or plan that you want to have come into manifestation, this is a perfect month to do it. I feel like that with the self-worth card playing together is really saying, it's like you're manifesting something that comes from the fact that you are not afraid to be yourself, the fact that you do know your self-worth and your true value. So let's get into some crystals or gemstones and see which ones are best for you to work with. And we have the iolite, beautiful third eye chakra stone. This is a sign, of the family. This is a sign of, connections, interconnections with other people. So you may want to use that, as something in your meditations. And on the bottom, we do have the selenite. Absolutely always love selenite. That's what I had on my card deck this time around because selenite is a very clearing, very cleansing stone vibration. It is aligned with peace and the crown chakra. So this is an excellent stone to use to clear that crown. And the crown is really what helps us to bring in, our dreams, our messages from spirit, and bring those into greater focus. Next, let's get your spirit ally of the month. Please show us who wants to align with Aquarius, who will be helping them out the most for February 2024. And we have hope. So love and acceptance. Again, to me, this is about accepting yourself, believing in the best. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Another thing that I'm feeling, as it relates back to that self-worth card, this really is about, believing in yourself. And that's not in some cheesy or, trite way. This is really just about, truly knowing your value and being a lot kinder to yourself mentally. Speaking loving thoughts to yourself from within, because it's like it's really easy to fall into patterns where we put ourselves down, we don't treat ourselves very well, and we talk to ourselves in ways that we wouldn't talk to anybody that we know, yet we'll say it to ourselves about ourselves. So this is really, to me, also saying, kind of change your inner dialogue, the inner thoughts, maybe clear those a little bit, right? And reset. It's really like hitting the reset button. And the way I feel about, the solar return in astrology is very much, it is like a reset button. Every year we get a different solar return. So we come in with new energy, even though, it's not our technical birthday, like our day of birth. But this, when you have the birthday and the solar return come back around, you get a whole new chart. So the energy does renew. You're still who you are. You're still your natal chart where you're born, but you get new energetic patterns that you're working with in a specific year. So yeah, Aquarius, let's get into your tarot next. This is definitely quite a month. We start out with a lot of Capricorn energy still, so I think by the middle of the month, you'll be feeling a lot more freed up, because many times, when you're moving through those Capricorn planets, those are in your universal 12th house. And that can be quite a house of clearing and letting things go. And it's much more emotional and sensitive. So don't be surprised if the first half of the month you are feeling more sensitive, maybe a little more introverted. That's going to shift, as we move through the middle of the month. Also bring up that the year of the dragon is happening in the Lunar New Year astrology. That's going to be on February 10th. So I am a dragon. That's why I have my little dragon, a dragon name for my channel. So I'm very excited about the dragon year. But it's very empowering. It's very bright. It's very Aries energy. So I feel like it will be a very, very bold, colorful kind of year. We will be talking about it for sure more on the channel as we get closer to it as well. So let's get into your tarot. I love this new funny little deck. It's so cute. It's called the Tarot of Curious Creatures, and I thought this was perfect for Aquarius season because it is kind of quirky. And as an Aquarius rising, I know we certainly Aquarian influenced people. We are curious creatures for sure. We do our own thing. All right, Spirit, let's get what we have for Aquarius. February 2024, please show us a nice, clear, accurate picture of their month. Ooh, so 9 of Pentacles right in the center. It's a very nice card. We have the Lovers in the immediate past. Oh, we have the 7 of Swords in the immediate future, guys. What is that one all about? We're going to check it out. All right, so let's go get into it. The 9 of Pentacles right in the center. This is beautiful energy, Virgo energy. It is earthy, it's grounded. It's all about feeling great within yourself, right? Your self-esteem, again, soaring high. You feeling like, you've worked hard for what you have and now you're getting to enjoy it. It indicates that you come into this reading with a lot of good foresight, a lot of good vision. Aquarius is a sign of the future. You often do perceive things coming before they arrive. And so that is very strongly aspected. Because it does carry that Virgo energy, if you haven't been recently, you may feel like you've really got to get organized, get everything cleared, get ready for things that are coming. Many times I think that we start to feel that way around our birthday month too, because we're just like, I got to get it all together. It's time for fresh new energy. Yeah, and I do feel like there is something to do with a heartache or a heartbreak here, Aquarius. You may feel like, it's for some of you, this literally could be like you had a breakup, but now you're feeling so much better about it because you're like, look, I am fine on my own. I don't need anybody who's going to mess with my heart. I don't need anybody who's going to play around with me. You could be very successfully healing from a broken heart. In the immediate past, we do have the Lovers card, Gemini energy. We've got our little lovebirds there. So let's see what we have around this. The Lovers can definitely lead to decisions not only in love, but in, all sorts of agreements with friends or love interest. And we have the Six of Cups. So, ooh, Aquarius, you know, for some of you, what I actually feel is that somebody from your past may have tried to return, or you've had memories of a past person, somebody that you maybe had a really strong connection with for a long time, because, you know, Six of Cups is Cancerian energy. It really gets into those past memories. They're usually very positive memories, right? It's like, wow, you know, this person makes me feel so happy, or when I was with them, I felt so happy, or, you know, maybe really, you know, something was really beautiful, and they may have, you know, popped back into your life even. And then maybe it didn't go the way you thought, or maybe you just looked at it and you were like, oh no, I'm so much better off without them. And it, you know, even though you know that, your heart might have still been a little beat up, like, oh gosh, what a disappointment, right? You know, that's not what I expected, or that's not what I hoped for, right? And going into the immediate future with the Seven of Swords, I do feel that you're changing tactics, you're changing the way that you do things. And also I feel like, you know, whoever this person may have been, and this could end up being a very specific reading. Not everybody's going to resonate with this one, because this just feels like a very specific story. It's almost like, you know, looking back with the Seven of Swords, you know, that can be someone that's not above board, someone that's lying, cheating, stealing, etc. And, you know, you may have kind of found out that they just really weren't what you thought they were, or that even worse, like they have changed for the worse since you last saw them. And you're just like, oh my goodness. You know, that could also be what disappointed you, because you're on a higher level now. Like you've really grown, you've really learned. I don't like to usually read like Three of Swords or Three of Pentacles as necessarily a third party situation. But it could have been. Like this could be somebody that was already married and they were telling you, oh no, you know, I'm free and I'm single, or they were pretending to be or acting as if they were, right? That could be very specific for some of you. This, like I said, I feel like this particular reading is coming out like a really specific story that not everybody is going to resonate with. But I feel like overall, what you are choosing to do is leave behind a situation that was not honorable, was not above board, and wasn't able to give you what you truly deserved, and you're choosing to work on yourself instead. On the subconscious, you know, what you're really focused on, or what you're feeling around you, Aquarius, is the Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is all about receiving, you know, loving messages, maybe apologies. They may even apologize to you, you know, and you, at that point, you may just not even care anymore, right? This could also really indicate that you have other love interests on the horizon. I actually really like this card. It's so cute with the little, like the little love note coming out of the cup, and she's like, ooh-wee. So let's get a clarifier on this. You may have more than, you know, one love interest, or you may be, you know, dating more than one person before you decide who you really like the most, but this could definitely be loving messages being given and received. Ooh, and the Empress. So this could be Pisces, Libra, Taurus energy, all of those. I feel like, you know, you're in a place of great strength here, Aquarius. I feel like you're really realizing your worth. This is like literally kind of saying, I know I'm a catch. I know I'm the queen, right? And really realizing that you are so much more valuable and so much so worthy of the kind of respect and love that you deserve. This could also be a very creative time for you, because the Empress is always creating something, right? She's always giving birth to something, whether it's a child, an idea, a creative project, anything that, you know, just flows truly from your heart, right? She's Venus ruled, so it's all about, you know, creating something that brings, you know, something kind of magical or different to the world. On the top, message from Spirit crowning the spread is the Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. To me, this is the work-life imbalance card. So this is definitely a time where Spirit wants you to have that balance, Aquarius. If you've been working yourself too hard, it's certainly time to, you know, balance that out. Take a trip, plan a trip, do something that's going to relax you, do something that's going to be good for your heart, your body, your mind, your soul. And we got the Emperor. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so again, like I said, there could have been somebody really let you down in the immediate past here. But wow, really nice love coming in. On the top, we've got the Emperor. On the subconscious, we've got the Empress. So that's a definite superpower couple. And I would also say, with this, it's sort of like don't overwork yourself, because you could really be attracting or in a position to start attracting like a true partner that matches your energy. And if you're, working all the time and you're not, having any time to invest in that relationship, or making any time to go out where you actually can meet people, that opportunity may pass you by. So very important, I would say, to take time for that. This could also say that you're just simply getting what you want. You're putting your foot down. Your boundaries are nice and strong. Spirit's really got your back there. It's like, don't let people walk all over you, Aquarius. Ask for what you want, go for what you want, and be firm about it. Let's get into some advice for you guys next. Okay, Temperance, beautiful. We have the Death card, very strong stuff. 5 of Wands, and look at that, the Ace of Wands coming out in the outcome position. Oh, I love this. Okay, so getting into suggested approach. Aquarius, this is Temperance, this is Sagittarius energy, and it's all about balance. It's about tempering yourself. It's about alchemy. It's about changing one thing to another. So I feel like anything that, was hurtful is being transformed into something that's very healing for you at this time. So it's kind of like, the way that they think about how a lot of vaccines are made, from the thing that poisoned you in the first place, right? And I feel like, because of these things that you've experienced, like you've kind of been vaccinated against heartache. That's how this feels. It feels like, now it's like you're able to turn heartache into strength and into balance and into greater peace within you. And so it's like now I just feel like even though you've had some disappointments, even though you've been hurt, like your self-worth is emerging so strong. And so when you go into potentials for other relationships or talking to new people, you have a very strong sense of who you are, what you want, what you will and will not accept. I feel like, irregardless of like, gender alignment, like, it's like you're like, I will not put up with anything less than an emperor or an empress. That's what I want in my life. That's the kind of energy and the kind of person I want in my life. I don't have time for anything less. That's really how it feels. But you're coming through here very balanced and very strong and so much more resilient. Like you're just able to go with the flow and you just feel good about yourself irregardless. And we have the moon, so there's some Pisces energy. And I'm going to say too, Aquarius, we do have a lot of Pisces this month, especially later in the month. Sunday the 18th, the sun moves into Pisces, and the moon will be also in a water sign, will be in Cancer from the 18th to the 20th. That is going to be a really emotional couple of days for everybody. So I just wanted to point that out. And our next full moon happens in the sign of Virgo during, the sun in Pisces. So there is a lot of water, right? There is a lot of spiritual healing. And sometimes things might feel a little confusing, or you might feel like you're kind of journeying through the dark and it's kind of mystical and a little bit like, what's going on? But just let it play out. Just let it play out and listen to your intuition. That's always so strong with the moon. I feel like your intuition is just, it's going to be very strong as you emerge from these, more difficult energies. And as you go into that learning to trust yourself more, like you're going to steer clear of anything that just doesn't feel right to you. What you need to know is the Death card. And to me, this of course is a card of transformation. It's new beginnings. We'll get the little butterfly. I love that, symbology of the transformative effect, right? Scorpio energy, right? So it's these, death and rebirth cycles that are coming through. And Aquarius, I feel like there is definitely something, some part of you that is symbolically dying and making way for something fresh. This is a very powerful transformative time, right? Because Pluto is just gone into your sign as, we do these readings. And so this is, that Pluto does rule Scorpio. It is very much about, big endings, big, beginnings, all of that stuff. So, just be aware. Just be aware that some really important and intense cycles are working through in your life. And look at that with the Page of Cups. And look at this. You got the Page and the Page of Cups twice. So anytime you get two cards twice in a reading, I always say it's like pay more attention to it and look at the connection, right? This is exactly what's coming to an end. It is what you accept. It is the way you communicate, especially when it comes to love. You are just simply not willing to even talk to somebody that you don't feel right about, right? You just will not waste time with them. If they don't come in properly, and if you just do not feel a connection, you're not going to try. You're just going to take that scythe and just cut them right out. You're like, nope, nope, nope. But if they are somebody good, it's going to be a very powerful thing, and it's going to be beautiful. So let's get into the hopes and fears. Is the Five of Wands. I do feel like, there is some friction within you. You are kind of maybe fighting a little bit with yourself, a little tug of war, a little bit of a tussle. It's not anything real difficult. Don't fear it. Don't fear it. If you feel a little bit of friction, or you feel that fire inside you that's really motivating you to do something about some part of your life, don't discount it. Don't push it away. Sometimes to me, the Five of Wands, it reminds me of the square aspect in astrology. And the square aspect in astrology is that 90-degree angle, and it causes a lot of friction, right? But if we never have those moments, we become very passive. It's like we never become uncomfortable enough to get something done or to change something that we need to. So definitely it's a time when you should not fear that. Yep, slow but steady wins the race. So honestly, Aquarius, if you start feeling that kind of push-pull energy or that friction inside, just take a deep breath. Don't get overwhelmed. Take it one step at a time, and the outcome will be assured. Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving knight, but it's also the most successful knight because it arrives in one piece because they were well prepared. In the outcome, look at that, Ace of Wands, big, bold, passionate, brand new beginnings here, Aquarius. I would not be worried at all about this heartache business. I think it's going to, it may touch you for a moment, but overall, I believe it's going to roll off your back because you're just going to say, look, it's sad. It's something that, was kind of a letdown, but I'm okay. I'm actually more than okay. And I see you really moving forward and changing the way that you do things in the future, very much based on that in part. Yes, and I believe you're coming out of the cold. And look at this on the bottom. We had the Five of Pentacles as well. So Five of Cups. Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. I feel like you're just not willing to accept breadcrumbs or heartaches anymore. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to cry it out. It's okay to feel your feelings. But I do feel like you're changing the way that you go after what you truly want and deserve, right? And recognizing your deep worth, your deep value. Look at this one we had on the bottom of the other deck was the Queen of Wands. So there's our Leo Queen. Absolutely strong, self-assured, confident, knows her worth, has no problem shining her light. So, Aquarius, I just feel like this is a time when you will be coming into much more power, much more strength, and just, knowing and recognizing that you deserve the best because you're giving the best. Let's get into an affirmation for your reading. And look at that, the Master card. You're stepping into the mastery of something that you've been trying to achieve for a long time. And for me, I feel like this is just knowing your value, You know, nobody has to add anything to you for you to be enough. You can solve your problems naturally and cleverly. Proceed with courage and a decisive strategy. Let your opponent underestimate you. A Taoist master uses soft to conquer hard. Leverage the power of your adversary to your advantage, right? So you don't have to force, you don't have to push, you don't have to overwhelm or overcome, you know, simply by flowing like water, you know, you can achieve so much more. And I also just feel like, yeah, this is you definitely being more decisive. I feel that too. It's like making these really clear decisions, standing up for yourself, you know, putting your foot down, kind of saying, nope, I know what I'm worth. I'm not going to accept less. This is a beautiful reading, guys. I hope your birthday month is amazing, and I will be talking to you all again soon. Take care.